Hey, welcome back to the Crash Bandicoot Let's Play. Right now in part 5, where we're going to be going off the main path and not fighting Koala Kong just yet. Instead, we're going to go to a secret passageway which unlocked when we got the key at Sunset Vista, and we're going to be going into Whole Hog. And I don't really understand why Whole Hog isn't just beside Sunset Vista, which is where we got the key. It's instead behind it, beside Boulder Dash. I don't know if it was supposed to confuse you or like trick you or something, but I mean, it's just dumb. I don't know why they did that. And the second secret stage in the game does that also, where it unlocks behind the level where you get the key. I don't understand it. It doesn't really make any sense, but whatever. As you can tell, Whole Hog is another hog riding stage, and it is just an uphill, difficult stretch of memorization and precise timing. The whole stage is about getting the gem. You don't need to beat the stage to progress with the levels in the game. So it's all about getting the gem, it's all about getting all the boxes in the level. And the dick part about this stage is that halfway, 2/3 of the way through, there's a checkpoint box. And because the checkpoint is a box itself, you have to get it to get the gem. So once you get it, it's all or nothing. You gotta complete this stage and you gotta get the boxes, and you cannot die. If you're dead after you reach the checkpoint, you're gonna spawn at the checkpoint and you can't get the boxes from before. So you either have to complete the stage and waste your time, or you have to press start and exit the level. And I actually didn't explain this, but if you press start and hold select, then you actually exit the level just upright. So I'm making this stage look easy right now. I died once, and this is my second try, and I'm gonna get the gem on this try. But I'm making it look easier than it is. On the first playthrough I did, this stage, I think I lost 11 lives on this stage because I had to memorize, because it's too difficult to make a split-second decision. It's a 50-50. You either have to jump around the rotisserie crocodile things, and you gotta guess, because the way they're rotating, it's too hard to tell if you're gonna be able to go under it or you're gonna jump over it. And with the shield enemies, it's just like in the last stage where, you know, you go like on a bumpy hill, and for some reason the movement pattern of the shield enemies makes you very close to them when you're trying to pass them. So it's just trying to confuse you. It's just trying to fuck you up in just the dickish way possible. And again, if you get that checkpoint and then die, you gotta exit the stage and do it all over again, because you have to do it all in one go. So I mean, I got the gem, but believe me, it took a lot of practice to do this shit. And even with that practice, I still ended up dying one time. And it's a good thing I got the dying out of my system in that stage, because if I had got the checkpoint, then you know, just more time wasted. And you know, gem collecting wastes so much time anyway, so with the colored gems and all. So if you can get a clear gem on your first run through, you gotta do it. Anyway, we are now facing the final boss of the second island, Koala Kong. Again, another experiment by Dr. Neo Cortex, and again, a little bit of foreshadowing in the opening cutscene of the game, where Crash is in the seat and you see the cages to the left. There is a koala cage there as well. So I was doing a little bit of research on the Crash Bandicoot wiki, because everything has a wiki nowadays. And one thing that didn't even cross my mind, one thing that I've never noticed, is that all the animals that Cortex was testing on, the bandicoots, the koalas, the kangaroos, they're all specific to Australia. They're all animals that you can only find in Australia. I thought that was really cool. It's just an attention to detail that most people, including myself, wouldn't recognize. You know, it shows effort. It shows effort to what they were trying to do with this game, which I applaud. I mean, the game is still very rough around the edges, but at least they show a little bit of effort to the classic princess gets captured and you have to go save her through different stages and all that. So Koala Kong, I've already died once to this guy, and I left that in there because I want you guys to know that I'm doing this boss battle wrong. You see, he's throwing the boulders and I'm jumping over them, which you can do, but what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to spin into them. The thing is, there are two types of rocks. The quick ones, where he just picks them up from the corner and throws them from where he's at, and then there's one where he slows down and repositions himself and then throws it at you, and that's the one where you can cause damage to him by spinning and it hits him. You can spin into the ones that he throws fast, and I recommend doing that and not jumping over them like I was doing, because it's just easier to just stand in one spot and then time it and spin into it. Because all the TNT crates that are coming down, TNT crates have a big hitbox, so you have to stand in the corner to not get damaged by the ones that are in the middle of the map, like this one right here. So don't do what I was doing. And also, you have to keep in mind that the mine carts that are going by, those can block those rocks that you spin back at him. So just keep in mind, it's not too difficult. It's just there's a learning curve, which I clearly was not a part of because I was jumping over the damn rocks. And I should have just been spinning, and it would have been a lot easier time. So now we're finally into the third island. We're in the final stretch of the game in the third island. We're going to start off with Heavy Machinery, and I love the music of Heavy Machinery. It might be my favorite music of the game. It just sounds so futuristic, and it fits the mood of the level. And these spiked camera type enemies that are just hovering, it looks like they're bobbing their heads to the music. I mean, it's pretty good music. It's probably my favorite music in the game, and it looks like they're bobbing their heads, and I just like the attention to detail to that. Like, look at them. It just looks cool. So there are 3 types of enemies in the level. There's the regular cameras, which you see right there, and you can spin into them and just kill them like that. There are the spiked cameras, which are completely immune to all your attacks. You can't jump on it, you can't spin into it, so your only option is to avoid it. And then there's this weird, like, ground type thing. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. I don't know if it's a mechanical frog or a camera with legs. I don't know what it is. When we get to one, just look at it and you tell me, because I don't know what the fuck that is. Cortex was on meth or something when he was coming up with that shit, because I don't see the purpose of it. I mean, I get, like, he has cameras surveilling his factory or whatever, but I don't know what that thing is. It's weird, and all you have to do is jump on it. You can jump on it and spin on it. It's just the weakest of them all. It's just weird. I'm lost for words. I don't know what it is. It's an abomination. Like, someone tell me what this thing is. Look at it. What is that thing? Someone tell me what that is! Fuck! Cortex, you clever bastard. That was your plan. Just to make me think about what that shit was so that I just fall off the edge. You clever fuck. But seriously, I have no idea what that thing is. Anyway, alongside the 3 enemies you gotta watch out for in this level, there's also 2 more things you gotta look out for. One is the red hot steaming pipes. You can go on the blue ones. The blue ones are frozen. I don't know why they're frozen, but they are, and you can jump on them. And then the red steaming pipes you can't touch because red is hot and hot is bad, unless you're eating soup. And then the final obstacle you gotta look out for are these things, these holes in the ground. I don't know if there's pipes underneath them. I think it looks like there are pipes underneath, and basically they just emit steam, and you gotta just recognize the pattern and avoid it. They're not that hard to avoid. But that pretty much sums up everything about this stage. It's pretty lengthy, so try extra hard not to die in the middle of the stage, because although it is a 2D section and backtracking is easier in 2D sections, you can't really do much backtracking because you need to ride the platforms to get to lower parts of the stage. And if you're backtracking, those platforms aren't just going to be there waiting to bring you back up. So again, it's another one and done type of thing, which I hate. Fuck gem collecting, man. Fuck it! But that's gonna be like every part is fuck gem collecting. Just fuck it. It's terrible. It's god awful. It's terrible. Also, this level has one of those parts in it that rookies and newcomers, first timers playing this will often miss. Back in the beginning of the stage, there are 2 spiked cameras on either end of a seemingly bottomless pit, and you're supposed to jump in between them to get to a lower platform so that you can get an Aku Aku mask and a Brio icon, which are in boxes, so you need them to get the gem in this level. And, you know, it's not very much of a hint. I mean, it is a hint, but it's not like a very noticeable one. And it's just like the Wampa Fruit with the invisible blocks, you know, it's a 50-50. You could be thinking one thing or another. And the rest of the boxes in this stage are pretty self-explanatory to get. So you could be like playing the first time, you're like, I'm gonna get all the boxes, yay, I'm gonna get the gem, and then right at the end it says you're missing 3 boxes, and you're like, well, what the fuck, man? And then you gotta play the whole stage over again, and it's just, I'd be pretty annoyed because it's right at the beginning of the stage, and then you have to complete all the rest of the stage again. So, you know, it just sucks. And that's one thing that I really don't like about gem collecting in this game, is that it doesn't tell you how many boxes you have, and it doesn't tell you how many boxes are in the stage. So how are you supposed to know? I mean, it does tell you how many boxes you're missing after you complete the stage, but it doesn't tell you that if you've died in the stage. So it just sucks. It's terrible. Anyway, we're in the Brio stage right now, the bonus stage, and this is pretty difficult. I'm surprised I actually got this. Well, I mean, it's me. Come on, guys. It's me. You know I'm going to get this shit. It's pretty tough. It's all about jumping. It's all about handling Crash's awkward jump. And this part especially, you can't even see him on the screen. So you just got to get a feel for it. And I just decided to hop my way all the way to the end portal. That's a lot of lives I'm pretty much wasting because I'm at 99, by the way. And you're at cap 99. You can't go over that. So that's like, how many lives? 5, 6 in that bonus stage alone that I've just wasted. What are those things? I still don't know what those things are, guys. Like, why haven't you told me yet? I don't know what those things are and you have not told me. Unbelievable. You guys are unbelievable. Anyway, we're at the end of the stage right here. You just hop in your way. These are like trampolines, air pressure plates, whatever they are, and you just hop your way up. Look how many lives there are. That's 4 more lives. Jesus. But again, I told you, you can't save lives in this game, and I am doing the whole first part of this section. I mean, I'm not doing the gem collecting in one run, but the whole game from start to finish I've done in one run. So you're going to be seeing 99 a lot, so you better get used to it now. Ta-da-da! Look at his face. His face is so distorted when he's smiling like that. He just looks weird. It's ugh. It's so bad. Now we're going into Cortex Power, and in the last part I stated that I really like the music in the stage, but let me just get one thing clear. Fuck this stage. Fuck it to hell. Because not only do you need to get the blue gem in order to get the clear gem in this stage, but it also has split pathways you have to take. I mean, the enemies are the same as in Heavy Machinery. It's the same red pipes. It's the same fucking weird frog things that I still don't know what they are, guys. You guys gotta fill me in. I don't know what those things are. And the only new thing is just this fucking sewage, which doesn't make a difference because it might as well just be a bottomless pit. And then you gotta avoid these electrocution bolts, whatever. So the real challenge isn't surviving, it's getting the gem. And I absolutely hate it because this isn't the best camera angle to try and backtrack in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're looking at Crash's ass right now, but then you gotta look at his big ass ugly nose, and you gotta watch out because you have to do precision jumping. You have to avoid the sewage, and I don't know. It's such a bad level in design. Like, man, like I have to backtrack here. I'm not gonna backtrack because I don't have the blue gem anyway, so it doesn't really fucking matter. And I'm gonna complete this stage fairly quickly. But this stage goes on and on because you just gotta backtrack and just get all the boxes and. Why? Why did they think this was a good idea? It's not. I hate it. I hate this stage. Look, another section I have to backtrack in. God, dude. I don't even know why I'm getting this box. It doesn't really matter. And then the final kick in the nuts is this long string of boxes, which is easy to screw up in because of the camera angle. Like, I screwed up there, and I just barely make this jump. Like, that was fluke. I'll admit, that wasn't skill. I got lucky there. And, you know, it's just another... like, you backtrack the entire time, and then that last stretch of boxes over the sewage can just fuck you up. So I hope you're looking forward to seeing a lot of neon green later. Anyway, I'll see you in part 6.